Human resource development is a multidisciplinary field which focuses on improving skills, knowledge, and ability. In any organization, it encompasses various aspects such as training, career development, and organizational effectiveness. With this note, I, Dr. Rasmeet Kaur, Associate Professor, Department of Management from Bhopal School of Social Sciences, welcome you in this video where we will be talking about Introduction to Human Resource Development and Learning. So now, let's talk about what are the key components of HRD or Human Resource Development. First being training or training programs. Structured instructional training programs are designed to enhance the knowledge and skill of an employee working in the organization. Second is career development. There are initiatives which are aimed at fostering employees' growth and progression within the organization. And the third is leadership development. Various strategies are formulated to cultivate and strengthen the leadership quality among the employees. Now let us have a very quick overview about what is learning. Learning is very important in every context, whether it is educational or organization. It involves creating an environment where the individuals can acquire knowledge and skills which are to be required in an efficient and effective manner. And to achieve this, organizations should focus on creating a culture of continuous learning, offering diverse learning modalities, and supporting knowledge sharing sessions. Talking about the first one, that is creating a culture of continuous learning. Management should encourage the employees to view learning as a lifelong journey and providing them opportunities for their ongoing skill development. Whereas talking about offering diverse learning modalities, it is said that management should provide a variety of learning methods such as workshops, e-learnings, on-the-job trainings, and mentoring programs to accommodate different learning preferences. Now let's talk about the third one, that is supporting knowledge sharing. Facilitating an environment where the employees can share their knowledge or exchange their knowledge with the other employees so that their expertise can be used and it can be a source of learning for others. Now let us discuss about what are those areas where individual differences in learning occurs. When we talk about individual differences in the learning process, we have variety of learning styles, cognitive abilities, and various personality traits. When I say learning styles, I mean to say that we talk about visual, auditory, and the kinesthetic preferences which impact the learning methods. Whereas talking about cognitive ability, it is something which is purely related with your brain or mind. And it is where we say that the diverse cognitive abilities influences how the individual will process and retain any information. Talking about the personality traits, every individual has different personality traits and these characteristics define the motivation and engagement of an employee with the learning material. Now let's move on to what are the learning strategies and styles which are often used in the organizations. There are learning styles which are visual learning, we have auditory learning, and we have the third one which is the kinesthetic learning. Talking about the visual learning, it is where we learn by using images, diagrams, and spatial understanding for learning. Whereas when we say about auditory learning, it is basically where we rely on verbal and also the auditory input for comprehension and retention. Talking about the third one, that is the kinesthetic learning, it is basically where involvement of more physical activities, experimentation, and hands-on learning experiences are included. Coming to what are the principles of learning and how it is related with motivation. Learning and motivation are very closely related to each other. If an employee is highly motivated, we see that the learning is also up to a very great extent. In this, when we talk about the principles, the first one is active learning. This principle states that encouraging engagement, critical thinking, and application of knowledge is something which motivates the employees to take up new responsibilities. Second is self-determination. We also have employees in the organization which are self-determined. They emphasize on autonomy, their own competence and relatedness for intrinsic motivation, which means the motivation which comes from within. Now talking about the third one, that is the feedback and reinforcement. Feedback plays a very important role while we talk about learning new skills and abilities. Providing the constructive feedback and a positive reinforcement to the employee enhances his or her learning outcomes. Now let's also discuss what are the challenges and trends what an employee might have when we talk about relating these two concepts, that is HRD and learning. The first one is said as remote learning. Transition to the virtual and the online learning platforms which we see today is one of the challenge what we face while making the employees learn the different types of skills and abilities. The second is personalized learning. Management should come up with customized learning paths which are tailored to individual needs and preferences to get better results. The third one is the technological advancement. We live in a dynamic environment, and there with the integration of AI, AR and VR, it is very important that the training and the development programs should be planned in such a way that it enhances the entire learning process of the organization. To conclude with, let us understand what are the key takeaways from this video. We have understood that learning should always be continuous in nature, it should be collaborative in nature, and certain evaluations and reflections should always be done when an employee is made to learn different concepts in the organization. With this, we come to the end of this video and we'll continue with this concept in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.